Hey, folks, it's Dr. Sam, and I'd like to welcome you to another EyeClarity podcast. As promised, part of my pre summit series, today we have a very special guest and one of the featured speakers of the Vision Summit. She's a licensed acupuncturist. Her name is Annie McDonnell. Let me give you a little background on Annie. She has a focus on helping people relieve stress related ailments and strengthening emotional resilience. A longtime children's book editor, she understands how deadline pressures and burnout impact health and recognizes the role of artistic creativity plays in healing. With additional training in sound therapy, facial massage, breath work, and other modalities, she teaches her patients a range of self-care practices to support optimal wellness. So, Annie, I want to ask you to start off with what led you to become an acupuncturist?
Hi everyone, it's good to be here. A lot of a lot of different things led me to acupuncture, and I guess it's one of those things where the more signs you see, you finally say, "Okay, okay." I'd say there were three main things that led me. Um, I worked in New York City at the time of 9/11, and the air quality was terrible in the aftermath, and I had the worst asthma of my life. I was really scared at one point that I'd need to go to the hospital, and I didn't want to go on lifelong steroids or anything like that. So I tried acupuncture for the first time, and within a few weeks, my breathing was back to normal. So that made a big impression on me. And it also, at the time, it also helped the emotions in the aftermath of 9/11. So it was a bonus on top of the asthma. And then in addition, I've always been interested in natural health. So I was studying Western herbalism, and I would take these classes with wonderful Western herbalists. But they talk a lot about the sort of logic and pattern recognition of Chinese medicine. Because one of the great things about traditional Chinese medicine is that it's one of the few unbroken traditions where for thousands of years this wisdom has been passed down. And unfortunately, in the West, uh, we do have that tradition, but a lot of it was lost through history. Um, so I kept learning about some principles of Chinese medicine in these Western herbalist class, and I started thinking, well, maybe I should go study from the people who really know, and go more in depth. And the final key piece that sort of clinched it for me was I'm a big animal lover, and I had a cat who unfortunately had cancer, and it was too far advanced to really be significantly helped by natural medicine. But I did learn some hospice care, and I was working with like bigger needles, giving her fluids, and it was a very emotional time, but it was also very. I realized how emotionally rewarding it could be to take care of people and creatures in that way. And I realized that I actually wasn't afraid of needles, that if I could give an injection to a cat, acupuncture would be simple after that. So it was a combination of a lot of different things.
Oh, that's great. I appreciate that. Another question I have is what might surprise people, um, when they first get introduced to Chinese medicine? What have you seen, especially in first time people that come to see you?
Well, I think there's a lot that can surprise people because not unfortunately still not very much is known commonly about acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. But I think one of the main things is that it's a full system, a complete system of medicine. It includes not just acupuncture, which most people know of, but it also includes herbalism, nutrition,
Mm.
exercise in the form of Tai Chi. There's medical massage called Tui Na. There's also cupping, which some people I think are more familiar with these days.
Mhm.
Um, Gua Sha, which is another technique. There's even a history of some sound therapy in Chinese medicine. Um, and there's Qigong meditation. So it really was the medical system in China for a few thousand years. So unfortunately, most people know it first just as like for back pain, but it really does address all sorts of conditions. It's great for chronic conditions, but it also can be useful in acute conditions. And it really is a way to help bring your body back into balance. So, for any condition, it can help give you a boost to help your body recover on its own.
Yeah, definitely. I have felt that for years that acupuncture is one of those modalities that brings more harmony to people, more, um, the reminder that we're whole because we can get really fragmented, especially when we're under stress and overwhelm. I'm curious about the sound therapy. I know you do some sound healing. Can you talk about how sound healing, sound therapy works with acupuncture?
Yes, it works great with acupuncture. I usually, in my treatments, I usually start with some sound therapy because even people who love acupuncture may have sort of like a slight instinctual fear of needles
Mhm.
or just, be a little nervous. So there's nothing like tuning forks and singing bowls to sort of relax people and calm them down. And there are great range of clinical benefits as well. I can do a treatment without the needles with just tuning forks on the acupuncture points because the sound vibration, the human body is so conductive of sound. We're mostly water, and our bones are very conductive of sound also.
Yeah,
So it's an immediate effect, and you really feel it at the deepest levels of your being. So I find that it helps people drop into a state of relaxation. And besides the clinical benefits that like blood flow is increased, your heart rate is lowered, your blood pressure is lowered, your breathing pattern can change, but also on an emotional level, it just penetrates very deeply. If you think of the power of music and how it can shift your mood almost instantaneously, um, I find it works in that way. And then when you know the acupuncture points, you can really sort of get onto an emotional level to I've seen some great emotional releases through
hmm,
sound therapy that when people are ready to let stuff out that's been like knotted up inside them for a while, sound sort of gently helps that surface.
sure, absolutely. So we are here with Annie McDonald, who's an acupuncturist, and she's one of our featured speakers for the upcoming Vision Summit, January 15th to the 17th, 2021. And Annie, I wanted to ask you, and you don't have to give it all away, maybe just one or two things, the relationship between Chinese medicine and eye health. I know this is going to be your topic, so maybe you can just give us a little trailer on, what you're planning in terms of this connection.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's very exciting. There's so much, there's a rich history that you can draw on. So I'm going to be talking, touching on many different things. There are some Qigong exercises that you can do to help the energy flow to your eye.
Mm,
There's Gua Sha, which is a either jade or rose quartz tool You can give yourself a really relaxing face massage, but that also drains fluid from around the eyes, helps the lymph to move, can relax the muscles, and it gives yourself acupressure on these points that boost eye health.
Hmm.
And then I'll be explaining a little bit of how Chinese medicine sees the eyes. Nothing is in isolation. We're all connected, and we're connected to nature. And then within ourselves, everything is connected. So your eyes are connected to your heart health, your digestive health, and the health of your liver. Um, Nothing is in isolation. So in Chinese medicine, we wouldn't say, "Oh, your eyes are dry. Here are some eye drops." We'd say, "Why are your eyes dry? How can we help your eyes produce the moisture that they need naturally? Maybe we need to boost this or boost that, or get the energy flowing in this way." Um, so I'll be talking a little bit about how sort of general practices you can do to help your body overall and specifically to boost your eye health.
Awesome. Yes, I'm so looking forward to your presentation and all the self-help tools that you offer your patients. That's one of the things that I think is so great about your practice is how you really help people in their own self-care and kind of work in partnership. So how can people get in touch with you? I know you do office sessions, but telemedicine. Give us your contact information and how people can contact you directly.
Okay, they can go to my website, which is Joy Alchemy Healing, JoyAlchemy, healing.com. They can also email me directly at joyalchemyacupuncture@gmail.com, and we can set up. I offer telehealth sessions in 3 time increments to serve people's needs in a range of ways. I have a 15-minute session that's meant for people who just want to maybe dip their toe in the water and get a quick sound meditation, see what it's like. For people who just, they've been helping their kids through Zoom classes all day and they can't grab more than 15 minutes for themselves. 15 minutes, you can actually accomplish a lot in sort of shifting your mindset. And then I also have a half-hour session for deeper relaxation, and then a 1 hour session for more of a health coaching, more in-depth health coaching.
Well, I will definitely put your email address and website in our podcast notes so people can find you. And I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. And I wish you the best. I also look forward to having you at the summit. And we're getting a really nice crowd, people that are interested in not just treating symptoms, but treating the cause of what's behind a lot of the eye syndromes that are happening. So, Annie, thank you so much. Take good care. And look forward to seeing you in January.
Great. Thank you so much. I look forward to it too. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.